Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I think we've stalled enough. We've got a ton of people on here. Actually, this we've got more people on here than we've had in a long time on one of these. So great job, everybody, for joining us. We are so excited at CTFO. We appreciate all of you being a part of our family. You're not going to hear me say this a lot, but you'll hear me thank you a lot for being a part of our family, but you won't hear me say this a lot. Thank you so much for going through all the challenges that we've been through in the last few years. But you know what? It's for a time such as this. And the neat part about this, everyone, is it's getting so much better. I mean, we were just talking about this recently. We've been able to take our fireman hats off. We're not putting out fires anymore. We're able to put our creativity hats on, and it's getting fun again. And that's what's supposed to happen. So with that being said, we've got many big announcements. Okay. We're going to roll these out to you at different times. We're going to do this so that we create some momentum. And then guess what? We create even more momentum. Then we create even more momentum. And we're also believing that critical mass is going to be right around the corner here. So you guys are in the right place at the right time. And tonight is going to be more proof of that. So with that being said, I'm going to tell you, and that's not what tonight is for, but one of the big announcements is that we are going to enhance our compensation plan like you can't even imagine, everybody out there. We're going to make it so that you can make more money faster, okay? We've got a great compensation plan in place for the average person. Let's face it, our business is free. Our products are at the lowest possible price. Our qualifications are lower than any company I've ever seen, right? So we've got a phenomenal plan. We've got average folks earning hundreds of dollars a month and thousands of dollars a month, and that's a blessing, and I'm excited about it. But now we're not going to do anything to hurt that. But now we want to add something, everybody. And what we want to add is a plan that pays our leaders better than any other company in the world, period, bar none. And I know that's a bold statement, but that's exactly what we're going to do. So I want to say a couple things to you about that announcement. First of all, we're going to be rolling it out shortly. It's not months and months away. It's weeks or so away. Okay. So it's not too far away. It's coming. But here's the most exciting part. We have taken into consideration what you guys have already done here and what you're doing here, and we're counting that towards the qualifications, okay? So nobody has to hold up and wait for the new comp plan right now, because everything that you're doing right now is going to count so that the day that it hits, you're going to be qualified for a bigger part of it if you continue to work, okay? So Steve Finger, is that okay? He wanted to make sure that I just give me a thumbs up. Okay. All right. Steve was like, you got to make sure they know that everything they do is going to count and everything. I go, there's no way I'm going to remember that. I'm getting old, but don't worry, but I had some CBD a few hours ago. And because of my CBDA, I remembered, right? Okay. So with that being said, now let's get to, and there's many more announcements, everybody, all kinds of great stuff. But now let's get to our big announcement for tonight. Now, I want you guys to know that we have been waiting for the right time to do this, okay? We had to wait for everything to be right. And more important than even that, we had to wait for the right person, okay? So the big announcement for tonight is we are hiring, or have actually already hired, a brand new president for CTFO, okay? And nobody worry, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. And those of you that wish I would, too bad, I'm here to stay, right? That's all there is to it. I'm still going to be the CEO of the company. I'm just going to step down as president, and we've already done that. We've hired him as the president of the company. And that way, two things are happening. And also, I'm keeping a large portion of the ownership here, not because I'm greedy or not because of a pride thing, but because I want to make sure that nobody can come in and do anything to hurt any of you. Okay, that was our promise to you a long time ago, and so we're doing that. I'm keeping a big chunk of the ownership to make sure that nobody can hurt us, but we are bringing in not just a president, we're bringing in, I believe, the president. And folks, when you hear all the things that this gentleman has already done, and when you hear from him today, right now, you're going to hear from him in just a little bit, you are going to be so happy and so thankful, okay? First of all, he's already taken his own company in the past, and not too far past, okay, to over $1 billion in sales and to over 20 countries. Folks, we're talking about somebody who has absolutely done it. Now, here's the thing, okay? He will help us make less mistakes. You understand, everybody, that we're human, right? We're always trying to do the best thing for all of you, but we make mistakes sometimes because some of this is new ground. Now, if we've got the right person here that knows, hey, don't do that, then those mistakes not only won't cost the company money, but it won't cost you money and it won't slow you up, right? So he's going to help us not make mistakes. And I want to tell you what really sold me on this gentleman, okay? It wasn't even anything that he said to me. And when you get to spend time with him, you're going to love him and you're going to be so excited that he's here. But here's what happened. I also got to spend quite a bit of time with his lovely wife. And all I can tell you for sure is every man on the planet, and actually every spouse wants their spouse to talk about them like this, right? When I heard her talking about him, I was like, I just got to be around this guy. I don't even care. I mean, this is awesome. So, and they've been together a long, long time. And the fact that she loves him the way that she does tells me all I need to know about this gentleman. So with that being said, I'm gonna tell you guys. Let me just look at something here because I want to make sure they don't forget. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you guys this. Okay. His name is Kevin Fournier, and his wife's name is Ellen. And one of the most exciting things to me is that this is a package deal. And I'm gonna let you hear more and more about him right now. And then I'm gonna come on at the end and kind of wrap this up for all of us right now. But what I want to do right now, because one of the neat parts about what's going on here is I didn't have to sell anybody on our team that we should do this with Kevin. Nobody. It was 100% unanimous. It was like, oh my gosh, this is one of the biggest missing pieces of the puzzle. And one of the people that I respect most on the planet is David D'Arcangelo, right? Those of you know, we've got more than a 20-year relationship. I've never seen him been anything but integrous 100% of the time. And the other thing about it, he's just smart. Everybody's just, I'm not trying to, make his head swell or anything like that, but it's like whenever I can't figure something out, he's one of my first phone calls, right? Because pride's not an issue. I don't care where the good idea comes from. I just want it. Well, David is chock full of good ideas. And David, there's another big announcement coming in the near future surrounding David, and you guys will hear all about that. But for right now, though, David, could you do me a huge favor, please? Just share your thoughts about Kevin and a little bit from his bio and everything. And you got to unmute.
Okay, thank you, Stuart. That was a humbling prep for me. And Kevin, welcome to the team. Welcome to the CTFO family. Everybody out there. This is one that excites me. It's like a big game. And in my life, I just believe that we're all born with gifts, and I want to get 105% out of them. It's always been my goal. I don't believe, the person who created us said, hey, I gave you these, but I only want you to use 70%. So we have this point in time in our lives, we're only live this long. You can put your finger, I'm over halfway. So my landing strip is getting shorter. I love the energy and the adrenaline from putting a team together, focusing on a mission and going out every day and trying and executing with the best, trying to get more out of yourself than you even thought possible. When you were a child, or you look at your child, when you brought them up, as you watch them do something sometime where they never did it before, and they're like, oh, I did it. So I'm just telling you, I have it. I love it. I've continued it. This is that moment. It's here. And Stuart, my hat's off to you for recognizing you're the entrepreneur. You come in, you've been doing this and you want to protect everybody. And it's hard to let go until you find that right person. You found that right person. And this is, products pay people. You're changing the comp plan so that it's even better than it is. It already pays out almost approximately 50%, which is higher than anybody I've ever seen in the industry, which basically makes everybody on the call tonight know that you're an equal partner in the revenue, so to speak. That's a big thing. That means, like, for every dollar that comes in, approximately the field gets 50 and the house gets 50. That doesn't happen in business. But they at CTFO believe, we all believe, Kevin believes that pay them. You don't have to knock on the door and say, you think we should make more. We value every one of you, and your dreams are the dreams that we're here to give you the tools and everything that you need so you can achieve your goals of financial freedom and lifestyle and loving, caring, never having to fret over a bill or whatever your goals are. So I just want to come back to Kevin and finish up here and just say, there's a press release coming. It'll be released. You're getting the news tonight, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. East Coast time. It'll go out on the PR Newswire. We'll post something in the back, in the front of the website under About Us. There'll be a new button that'll say in the news. You click the in the news, you can get it there, or you can get it by Googling. But I just want to read you a couple of the quotes that I think are really important. I would encourage you, think deeply about what I'm about to say. This is the most important thing I have to say, because success leaves clues. People's past is the artwork of what their life's accomplishment has been. So let's look at Kevin's. The board of directors of Danny Gregory, chairman of CTFO, here's a quote that'll be in the press release tomorrow. We are delighted to add Kevin to our executive team. He brings a wealth of experience. Here's where it gets good. 22 years building a similar business, generating $1 billion in total sales across 22 countries. That's the man who's accepted, and you see on the screen right now. He's our new president. And for everybody here, think about this when I ask this question. Isn't it supposed to be less costly and faster the second time around?
Wow. Yeah.
Can everybody, this is a defining moment in your life. What you decide, what comes from your heart, wherever you've been, this is an invitation from CTFO that we value you. We want you in the next thing, what you do in the next 90 days, from the minute that press release drops tomorrow, and how many people you forwarded it to, because it'll have Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Reddit, Telegram, Tumblr. You'll be able to turn around and forward this to as many people as you want to talk to, have a purpose and a goal. But I just, when you're at this moment.
David, you muted, buddy.
Dave, you got yourself muted.
Oh,
When you're at this moment and you were gone.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I just said, this is a defining moment for commitment. You know, there's different levels of commitment. I don't know how much you want financial freedom. I don't know how much you want, you know, that car, that whatever, to be able to gift, whatever. But now is the time. The invitation is here. Elon Musk, if he asked you to get in early, or at the beginning of Bill Gates and Microsoft, or Apple Computer, or SpaceX, or CTFO is inviting you, but we need your help. You remember that 50% comes with the responsibility to contribute and lead. Have fun, make a difference, and make money. The last things that I'll just read off are I'll read off a quote from Stu, and then a couple bullets here is, Kevin has been a frequent, trainer and speaker at company events. I just want you to know, aside from being an extraordinary operator, he's an absolutely incredible leader. He'll contribute immensely. He served on the board of directors of the Direct Selling Association for 2 years. His quote on his LinkedIn site, "My passion is empowering people." That's you. That's us, with the skills and belief to live an extraordinary life. The only mistake you could ever make is to do nothing. Stuart, back to you.
Thank you, David. We're going to get to Kevin in just a minute. I appreciate that, David. That was awesome. Folks, I have to tell you, one of the things that was exciting to me about Kevin was that we actually offered him some more upfront money. Okay. And this is not anybody's business. You're our family. We're just telling you right now. And he said, no, I'd like to, just have a piece of the future. He's like, I'm all in it for the future. If I can't grow this thing, Stu, don't pay me like that. And I was like, what? Who are you? And are you for real? I mean, nobody's ever said that to me. Nobody's ever lowered their pay out of the gate in my life that I've ever met. And so I need you guys to know this, because he's super humble. He would never tell you this, but this is the reality. If we don't go big, he doesn't make it big. He's all bought into the future of this thing. That's what it's all about. And if we go big, and we will, you win. Think about it. We can't go big without giving you your half of what comes in, and more soon. Okay. So I just want you to know, even the way this whole thing is set up is exciting. And, he wasn't starting till the 15th of this month, but he's been helping me and a few others with the comp plan already, and already doing work for free, not even being on payroll. And I was like, okay, we got to fix this. So we decided, hey, you know what, even though you're starting late, we're starting you on the first. And he's like, awesome, thank you, and stuff. So the relationship is already special. The relationship has already started on the right foot. I hope you guys hear that loud and clear. And look, he spent a large chunk of today in my house, and we hung out together. And I promise everybody, Kevin is somebody you're going to want to hang out with. You're going to be excited about it. Okay, but before we get to Kevin, we got to do one more thing here. I want to give Michael Swilling a chance to share, and all of you need to know this. If it wasn't for Michael Swilling, Kevin wouldn't be with us right now. Kevin and Michael Swilling have more than a 20-year relationship. And Michael Swilling, he's been kind of driving me nuts to meet Kevin. This has been going on for more than a year, everybody. It's been pretty crazy behind the scenes. And he's been saying, look, I'm telling you, this is our guy. And if he's here, this, and this will happen. And, he's got the talent, he's got the skill, he's got the personality, he's got the integrity. And so one of the blessings that's coming from this, everybody hear this loud and clear. Now, this is either going to be a blessing for you or a curse for you. You can decide, but here's what it is. Now that Kevin is here and he's going to take over a large part of the corporate responsibility, I get to come spend time with all of you. I get to come help you out there. So that's why I said it's a blessing or a curse. You decide. I hope I'm a blessing in your life. That's what it's all about. That's what I want to be. So with that being said, before we go ahead and get started, hearing from Kevin, I just want to let Michael Swilling have the floor for a few minutes. And Michael, just share some of your thoughts and everything.
Yeah, thank you so much. And this is, in your lifetime, you have just a few moments in your lifetime that are really special. And this will always be a memory at this moment in my life to be part of hearing and witnessing what's going on. So, it's actually been longer than a year. And I would call up Stu and at least twice a month and say, you've got to meet this guy, Kevin. He is unbelievable. And just you spending the day with him today. Kevin is, having that 20-year experience, watching him take a company to $1 billion, that's $1 billion in sales, and seeing hundreds of thousands of people throughout the world and hearing what people would say about Kevin. And the biggest thing, Kevin, is your heart. Everyone would always say your heart. And, I wish I try as hard as I can. One of the biggest things is when you leave this planet, you want to leave, hopefully, making a great impact by serving others, by caring and loving. And Kevin, and I say this humbly, I look at you and wish to be more like you every day. I've never talked to anyone who has said anything bad about you. You are loved by everyone. I personally would run up a hill, charge a hill for you, and would follow you in anything. And an amazing president, an amazing co-founder. And I would call and share that with Stu over and over and say, you just got to meet him. It's the missing piece. We've got everything. We've got the products, the comp, the owners. We have everything in place. If we can just have that president steer the ship from international, from focus to training, the right person. And, Stuart, and I would call Kevin up. And Kevin, every time I said, you got to meet this guy, Stu. He is the greatest guy in the entire world. He is he too has a heart of gold. He is, I've never seen someone so selfless, you know what I mean? Wanting to help other people succeed. And the industry of network marketing is really about, yes, it's the money and it's the opportunity and it's the products, but it's really about relationships, right? It's about relationships. And I couldn't find two better people in the world when it came to that. And it's just unbelievable. And I'm confident that you'll see in a period of time that this, to me, now obviously I have some biasness because I have a great past with Kevin, and I know what he's going to bring to the table. But I think this, there's so much more that's happening. And I wanted to thank David, because for those that, David's amazing with the PR campaign he's doing. And this was such a big decision. And this was not like, okay, just overnight, just do this. This was a year in the making and months in the making. And when it came down to, okay, now it's time to get together, David got a phone call, and said, listen, tomorrow, Kevin and his wife are flying into Reno to meet with Stu and the board of directors. Would you be willing to go? And David, as amazing as he is, and David's my business guy. I always, when I turn to things that have to do with business, I always want to talk to Dave, because he is incredibly brilliant. And I'd love to see what you think. And sure enough, David, within 12 hours of getting that phone call, jumped on a flight and sat down and really had a chance to vet for people, or vet Kevin and his wife and so on and so forth. But in closing, what does it mean for everyone that's watching? And I've always, when we first talked about this, I've always felt that CTFO, and I wouldn't have it any way different. The free sign up, a $47 qualifier, awesome owners that get paid from the compensation plan. I wouldn't change anything that was there, but it's always been to me this really great mom and pop type of a company. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the vision that was always shared by Steve and by Michael Kahn and Stu was, we are going to become, our goal, our passion is to become $1 billion company, not for self-serving reasons, so we can bless other people. And to do that, you've got to start surrounding yourself with other individuals that can help you lead you to the direction. I'm confident that we're going to get to that promised land no matter what, but I know in my heart, and I am confident that Kevin is going to be a large part of that, and that helps everyone that's being part of here. And you guys, I promise, here's what I'll close with Kevin. There are people who walk into a room and brighten, and there's some people who don't, and there's some people who are neutral. And Kevin's the kind of guy that when I would go to a convention or a meeting or whatever, Kevin always, his aura, who he is as a person, he brightens the room. We're not just getting an amazing, talented president. We're getting an amazing human being that's going to lead, help us, and become part of this family. So I love you guys. I love each and every one of you. I love everyone that's watching, and the future has never been so bright. And I'm glad you guys aren't going through all the announcements. I think it'd be too much in one night. So
Yeah.
Stu, back to you.
Thank you, Michael. And by the way, for everybody out there that has ever asked me, why do I think Michael Sulling is our top earner and our top representative? It's because he's relentless. He dripped on me for almost 2 years, really, for Kevin. That's the truth, and he just kept dripping and dripping and dripping. And he's kind of like my mom. My mom would tell me I'm the best son, and then she'd tell my brother he's the best son, and we both believed her, so we're both the best son. But Kevin, one of the things I want to thank you for in advance right now is that by you being here, we talked about this in detail, everybody, but by you being here, my brother and I and Michael Kahn get to go be with the people more now. We get to go out there and help light this thing up. So everybody, you didn't just get a president right now who's going to do the right thing and make this thing so much better than it is. You also got a president that is freeing up the people that are going to come help you pour gas on your already burning fire. I hope that makes a lot of sense to all of you. So, and it's kind of interesting, everybody. I didn't know Michael Sulling was going to talk about how Kevin lights up the room. But on my notes right here, and I don't know if you can see this, I only have one note under Kevin's name. And I showed it to him earlier today, and this is what it says. Kevin, light them up. That's what it says, light them up, right? Because you all need to get your piece of what's about to happen. You're really in the right place at the right time. You want to get your piece of it. Well, if you're excited and you understand what's about to happen, especially because Kevin's here, everything could change for you right now for the better. So Kevin, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, buddy. Thank you for being, we also learned Kevin has patience, by the way. It just sit through all this, he has patience. So Kevin, I'll turn it over to you.
That I do. Hey, Stu, thank you so much. Hello, CTFO. My gosh, it's so great to be here with you. Here tonight, Stu, my first official day today, huh?
Yeah. A long
Just
one.
Fantastic. Yeah. You know, I got to tell you a really quick funny story, everyone. So I have one regret of the past 25 years, and that's that I did not document enough of the journey. And I carry my phone with me now everywhere I go, as we all do. But what I was so aware of on this flight out to Reno was documenting, like, you know, coming up to the gate, taking a picture. Like that's the gate I came to come to Reno for my first day with CTFO. And, you know, coming out of baggage claim, that's the baggage claim sign of my first day of CTFO, right? I mean, this is a big deal for me. So I'm just so thrilled to be part of this team. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being on here tonight. Stu, you know, I just love you. You know, I've had an opportunity, Michael, as you had said, Stu was such a great guy. And Stu, I got to tell you, as we have gone down this process of getting to know each other, understand what's important, understanding our values, I would tell you, you know, your enthusiasm, your integrity, your relentless passion to bring CTFO to great places, it's inspirational for me. And I can just tell you that I am blessed and just feel so, it just feels so right, so fast in this company. It's amazing, right? And I really credit you with that. So thank you so much. Thank you for your enthusiasm. And we still have to get that ping pong game in too. Don't forget.
That's the only problem. He thinks he can beat me in ping pong. So we didn't play yet because if he would have beat me, he might not have been on this Zoom. No, I'm just kidding.
Good point,
Yeah.
actually.
We're
Hey,
gonna do it.
I know who to lose to, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Well, listen again. Thank you so much. And I have to tell you, I'm humbled by all of those wonderful words. Michael, what can I say? I wanted to start off by thanking a few people. I'm a big believer of gratitude in my life, you know, and I love to say thank you to people, and I love to express that gratitude. Michael, you know, we have gone back so far, haven't we, as friends, as business associates, working together closely. And yeah, you were relentless on this one, but that's what makes you who you are. And I got to tell you, I am so happy that you were, because you told me, listen, this is a great group of people. This is a great company, and we are on the cusp of something wonderful here. And as I began to dig into CTFO, that's exactly what I found. Your words rang so true, you know, everything that you said. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And you know, this is certainly a momentous day for me, and you are certainly one of the big reasons for it. Steve, you know, I want to thank you too. You know, it's been a real pleasure getting to know you, and I love your passion, and you know, you just make it all feel right. You know, you really do. You have this way about you that is so optimistic. That just makes you feel, yeah, I just feel so good being around you, right? And so you bring so much to this company. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you did to make me feel so welcome into the CTFO family. Michael Kahn, David, getting a chance to meet you out in Reno on that last time where we came out and visited, and just to hear your wisdom, hear your passion, hear your vision for where this company is headed. So inspirational to me. I'm excited to work with you and to be part of this. And then John, the CFO of the company, another wonderful person. So, you know, I've had the opportunity to meet so many people, and I'm going to meet many more this week, which is very, very exciting, right? And I got to give a special thank you out to the board as well. You know, the board, who I respect so deeply, put a lot of time into this decision. This is a big deal, right? When you bring somebody into the position of president, I want you to understand that, you know, how much I recognize this is a huge extension of trust on the company's part, right? I mean, they've got to just, you know, they've got to dig in and say, is this the guy that we believe can help us grow and help us get better and represents who we are? And the fact that the board jumped in and really, you know, dug in with me on that. I love the due diligence, right, that they went through. So that's something I could tell you from sort of an outsider at the time, everyone looking in. This company does its due diligence, right? And that's something I wanted to know, right? I want to know, if I'm going to be part of this company, are these people who really take this seriously, who really have a vision, and who match their words with their actions? My gosh, Do they ever? So I have learned so much over the past several months as going through this process. So, you know, I want to also thank each of you, all of you, the hundreds of people that are on this Zoom right now, you know, from different places throughout the US, Europe. I mean, very exciting. I want to thank you for being on this Zoom call. You know, you were invited onto this call for a reason, right? And don't lose sight of that. You're on this call because you are a current leader in CTFO, or you are a future leader. You're somebody who's fired up and excited about this business, and you want to know, hey, you know, who is this guy, Kevin, right? Who's this person, this new president coming in, and what does it mean for me? So you're on this call for a reason, and I want to thank you for taking your time out of what I know, hey, everybody's schedule's busy, right? So it's very meaningful to me to see you here. And I so look forward to being able to talk to many of you, hopefully throughout the upcoming years, whether it's on calls or Zooms or in-person meetings when that begins to happen again, right? So all wonderful things. So, you know, gosh, decades of things to talk about. And I tried to kind of boil down, what is it that I'd like to share with you here tonight? And what I thought I would do is share with you some things that I've learned over my decades of experience in our industry, right? In our industry of network marketing. So you have an idea of what I truly value and why I'm so excited to be part of this great company. And it's a wonderful company. You know, I've been in the industry for nearly 30 years, and I've got the gray hair to prove it. I don't know if it comes in well on Zoom, but and I got a little bit of the thinning hair as well. But hey, that's all good, right? That's that 25 years of experience. Like I said, been in the industry for 30 years, 25 years of experience on the corporate side, right? Leading the corporate side of the business. I've also had a number of years experience, this is something you may not know, as a distributor in the field. In fact, that's how I originally was introduced to network marketing, this industry that I really knew nothing about as I kind of grew up, right? But then I remember like it was yesterday, I was invited out to a church in Simsbury, Connecticut in 1990. My actually fiance at the time, Ellen, and I, we went out to that meeting and we saw a gentleman there drawing circles on a whiteboard, right? This is like before the internet. I think it's like 15 years before Facebook when this happened. Think about that. That's how long ago this was when I had my first introduction to network marketing. And, you know, I remember seeing the presentation and saying, this sounds amazing. Wow, what a concept. You use products, you share those products with people that you care about, you have an opportunity to earn an income, and you can do all this, you know, starting either part-time, full-time, whatever it is. I mean, it really blew me away. And I said, you know, I want to become part of this. So my wife, Ellen, and I, we became distributors of a company in 1990. We worked the business for nearly 3 years as distributors in the field. And again, I'm going to say, this is before Facebook. There was no such thing as Zoom back then, right? I mean, it was all about doing in-person meetings, home business presentations, right? All that kind of stuff, right? But, you know, what was so wonderful about it is those 3 years that I experienced as a distributor really taught me what this industry was all about. It gave me sort of that, you know, that field experience of what it's like to be out there as an associate, going out there trying to build a business, understanding the challenges associated with that, right? And it really was an amazing experience. And it was from that experience as a distributor that developed this tremendous passion in me, a tremendous passion to make a positive impact on people's lives through our business. And that's really what this is all about, I believe. CTFO is all about making that positive impact on people's lives. And I can tell you this, that passion burns stronger than ever before in me right now. And I'm just so fired up about it. So I then after being a distributor, spent the next 25 years or so on the corporate side of the business. And really what I did there is I helped to lead and manage the operations of, again, a very successful network marketing company. We did over $1 billion in sales. That's Stu and David had mentioned. We were in over 20 different international countries, again, all throughout the world, from Philippines to Australia to Indonesia to Europe. I mean, it was pretty amazing. You know, we had international offices and hundreds of team members all around the world. And I share that with you because I love this. I love the fact that I am going to be able to contribute. See, one of the most important things for me personally is this idea of contribution. It's the idea of impact. It's the idea of empowering people. As you get to know me, you're going to find that that is something that just rings so true to who I am. So I just feel so blessed that I can now use all of my lessons, right? All the things that I've learned over those many years, right? All those lessons of successes and also of the disappointing mistakes, right? We learn most from our mistakes, don't we? So, I'm going to now be able to take all that I've learned and I'm going to be able to just, collate it all into things that I can now use to help CTFO and your business become world class. That's my goal. You see, I tell you, I'm uncomfortable with the accolades. The introduction tonight. It's nice, but it's not me. I'm not about the spotlight being shined on me. I'm about taking that spotlight and shining it on others. So my ability to be able to join this company at this time, the time that it's in right now, and to be able to utilize some of that experience, that skill, that passion to make a difference in each one of your lives, in each one of your business, and in CTFO as a whole, wow, that to me is it's beyond exciting. It's amazing. So if you were to ask me to describe the professional me, okay, in one sentence, in other words, what I'm about professionally in my career, I'll share this with you because I think this kind of brings it all together. I come to CTFO with the experience of a seasoned corporate leader, which means successes and challenges, right? But who also has the heart of an associate. And that gets back to a little bit what Michael was talking about, right? I mean, I just care deeply about what I do. I care deeply about people. I care deeply about impact and being there. So I want you to know that I have a deep respect and understanding for what everybody on this call does. And I know, listen, this is an incredibly rewarding business, right? But it's not without its challenges. I know it's not easy to be out there. And I also know how important it is for you to have a company that you can count on, right? That you can count on, that you know is there. And I'm here to be part of that company that you can continue to count on. And as we grow, that you can continue to count on day after day, month after month, year after year, as you build a lifetime of changed lives and residual income. That's so exciting. So let me share a few other things that I believe are really important as we move forward together. So I'm going to ask you a question. I know you can't answer me, but I want you to answer it in your head. What do you think is CTFO's most important product? What would you say? I mean, you might say the 10x Pure Super 1000, or maybe it's the incredible business opportunity, financial opportunity that we offer, right? I mean, what do you think it may be? Well, what I would say is if you said a product or the business, I would say that you're really, really close. But I'd also say this, there's something even more important in my eyes. I believe our most important product as a company is a simple 5-letter word, trust. Trust. That is the most important product that we put out as a company because trust is the glue, guys, that holds it all together, isn't it? It holds it all together. It's that belief that you carry. Trust is that belief that you carry every single time you put your reputation on the line, right? When you recommend CTFO to someone else. You see, I understand the importance of that trust. I've lived it. I understand that importance that you place in us so that we uphold your trust, right? And I want you to know that I'm going to work tirelessly to maintain it. We've got a great team here, and I'm just going to be another piece of that puzzle to work tirelessly to maintain our most important product, trust. Trust is being able to put your head on that pillow at night, right? And sleep a solid 8 hours because you know that CTFO has your back. That's what trust is. You know that CTFO has your back and will be there for you. So, simple question. How do we maintain trust as a company? Because I'm talking about some deep stuff here. It's easy to say it's the comp plan, it's the products, all that. I mean, we already know how great all that stuff is. But I'm talking about the things that make the difference long term to enable a company to grow, right? And to become $100 million, $200 million, $1 billion company. These are the things that really matter. So how do we maintain that trust as a company? I think first and foremost, man, we keep our promises, right? I have a saying, ideas are the easy part of what we do. It's the execution of those ideas. That's where the top companies shine. It's where great ideas blossom into momentous growth for your team. So I want you to know that I want to lead the charge to be that top company, not a good company, not a really good company, but be that top company in terms of the trust that you have in our execution. Now, it doesn't mean we're not going to have, make some mistakes here and there, right? I mean, that happens. As Stu said, we're human, but I got to tell you this, the promises that we're going to make to you, they're going to be made with the best of intention always, and we will always work to make it right. And here's the thing. Here's the great thing about being part of this company. That's the way CTFO has done it from day one. From day one. So how else do we maintain trust as a company? By staying focused and dialed in on our message. My gosh, what an amazing story we have to tell here, huh? Incredible story. I mean, the 10X Pure patented delivery system, that right there, close it down, is enough to become a billion-dollar company. You don't even have to add anything else other than what we have right now. I mean, to become that billion-dollar company. So we have just so many great products, such an exciting financial opportunity. So what we need to do is just stay focused and consistent on our message. Now, I've always said that if I ever wrote a book on how to succeed in our business, in our industry, it would be entitled this. You can even write this down, because I think this is a key thing. Keep it simple, keep it focused, and say it often. Keep it simple, keep it focused, and say it often. That's key. So that's all about what we want to really continue to dig in on here. Making that message so simple and so powerful and so focused that it becomes what I call unconsciously competent. It just comes out of you because you are just so well versed in it, because you've heard it and you felt it and you know it, right? So that you now become an incredible messenger with that confidence to go out there and build an incredible business. Here's another way that we maintain trust and build trust, right? Listening, asking questions, by seeking first to understand. One of the things you'll find out, when you meet me, I'm a curious person. I love to listen. I love to ask more questions than I love to be speaking like this. I mean, I love this, right? But the real joy for me comes in hearing other people's song, hearing what excites them, right? I also think this is another key to trust, leading by example, right? Living our values, the values of our company, like integrity, like generosity, prosperity. You see, for me, and this is something that I want you to hold me to, because this is something I am so aware of and I try to do each and every day. My guiding value in life is really simple. I mean, I've cut through it all. It's this. It's the golden rule. That's my guiding value for my relationships personally and in business. All kind of comes together for me. I'm not one of these people who separates personal and business. I'm all of it wrapped up, right? I treat people as I would want to be treated. And I want you to know that you can expect that of me, to live that golden rule. So, for me, trust is everything. And I want you to know that as we continue to move forward, that will always be at the top of my mind in terms of what's most important. What is our most important product? How can we empower you to be able to go out there and share a message without hesitation, knowing that anybody who makes a decision to be successful in CTFO, that they can make it happen if they're willing to make it happen, right? That we provide such an exciting opportunity that it all just becomes a choice for everyone. So again, trust. Let me share one other important concept that I've learned and that I believe you already have here in the company, and that is this. I'm passionate about developing what I would describe as the partnership mentality with the field, right? So the beauty of this, and what I mean by that is that, corporate and the field working together synergistically, right? Synergistically. And the beauty of that is that you already have that here at CTFO. And it's uncommon. I got to tell you, it's uncommon to see in our industry. And it is, it's one of those things that erodes trust over time. But when you can work together in partnership, right, all with the same mission, vision, and positive intentions, my gosh, that's where you do great things. And you have that already at CTFO. And here's what I've come to learn. we are all in this together, guys and gals. We are in this together. We are inextricably tied. I mean, we succeed when you succeed. We struggle when you struggle. What's most important, though, through all of that, is that we maintain that commitment to each other, right? That commitment to be strong, that commitment to never give up, and that commitment to, like I say, always take the high road, right, on what we do. And what I see here, gosh, we've already got that. We've already got an amazing unity of one CTFO team that's here to change the world. I mean, think about that. Think about the power of that statement. One CTFO team, one CTFO family that is here to change the world. And I'll tell you, there's never been a better time. In fact, I'm going to make a bold statement right now about this company, and it's this. I believe that CTFO is the most perfectly timed, perfectly positioned company in the industry today. I mean, think about it. You look at all that we have, right? We've got the products, we've got the tools, we've got the websites, we've got the comp plan, which is about to get even better. Holy mackerel. Stu, just off the charts with excitement. Steve, off the charts with excitement for what's coming out. And then you have this corporate and field leadership. I mean, here's what I believe. I think we are the best kept secret in our industry. But guess what? Not anymore. That's changing. Not anymore. We will no longer be the best kept secret. We will be the best company to become part of. I became part of CTFO because I wanted to be part of a company whose best growth was ahead of them. Now think about this. They're with a company right now where I believe 98% of its growth is ahead of them. Wow. I mean, that's amazing. That's the kind of company I want to be part of, not a company that's best growth is behind them, right? I want to be where I can roll up my sleeves, dive in, and make a big impact with an already excellent team. And that's the great thing about what you have here. I'm so excited because I'm jumping into an already fantastic corporate team. I want to be part of a company that is mission focused, right? That just the mission burns through them. They have this burning desire to be an extraordinary vehicle for good through its life-changing products and business opportunity. I mean, you've got that here in CTFO, and that's a big reason why I said, I just got to be part of this. And it couldn't be more well-positioned at this time to be part of this company. You see, I wanted to be part of a company that was the beginning stages of development and where I could use all my lessons learned again to not only help the company grow, but equally important, to be able to help each of you grow, to be able to share some of the leadership principles that I've learned, some of the things that I've, I'm a big believer in personal development. I'm a big believer in constant and never-ending improvement and learning. It is something that I do each and every day, right? Always committed to getting better. Because I believe that if I can get better, I can now be a vehicle to help other people get better. And as we know, the way you succeed in CTFO is to help other people achieve their goals. So I'm just fired up to just be at that beginning stages and be able to use, my experience, these gray hairs, to really help grow the company. Again, the most perfectly positioned company for growth in our industry. I hope you write that down. I hope you write that down and you internalize that, because that's what's happening. And then finally for this, one of the biggest reasons for me, and I'm just, so proud to be part of this company, is the integrity, the commitment, and the heart of the ownership here, right? The ownership here is amazing. The leadership here is amazing. Everything starts with leadership. And you've just got an amazing team of corporate leaders. Here's one of the cool things I got to do. I got to look under the hood of CTFO. I got to see every facet of the company, everything. And trust me, I was digging, right? I was digging because I've been in it for a while. I know what to look for. And here's what's so awesome about that. When I told Stu that I wanted to dive into the company and really see what's going on, you know what he said? He said, have at it. He said, we're an open book. Yeah. I mean, that's incredible. That's incredible. So I did. And guess what? What I saw, I am here tonight more fired up than I've been in a very, very long time. So I just love Stu's transparency. It's truly uncommon because he's got nothing to hide. I mean, that's the kind of company leadership you have. Another point about Stu, just real quickly, he shoots for the moon. I mean, there's no small thinking here, right? I asked him, where do you see CTFO in the future? Here's what he said. Zero hesitation. We are $1 billion company in the making. That's the kind of company I want to be part of, right? That's the kind of leadership I want to be part of. Somebody who's excited about where they're headed. You know, our co-founder, Steve Finger. Steve, love your spirit. As soon as you meet Steve, right, you sense that inner strength. You sense that authentic love that he has for people. It's just contagious. And like I said before, you just feel so good around him. You just feel great around him and his optimism and his energy. So Steve, you're such a gift to us all. We're so fortunate to have owner. You know, this is so critical to the future of a company, to have people at the top who are there for you, not for themselves, but for you. That's what you have here. That's what I saw. That's when I said, I need to be part of this company. Michael Kahn, same thing. David, John, the rest of the team that I've all met, all cut from the same cloth. All cut from the same cloth. Remarkable, talented, of the same mindset, and equally important, the same heart set. So they're here for all the right reasons. So you are in an amazing company. And here's my final message to you. You know, we have something so special here at CTFO. I mean, again, I've lived this industry for 25 years corporately, and you know, nearly 30 years. I know special when I see it. I know special, more importantly, when I feel it. And I want you to know this. I want you to know that you have my commitment to serve and support you and your team. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. You have my commitment to serve and support the corporate team so that they can best serve and support you, right? That's my goal. I want the corporate team to continue to grow. Already an excellent team, but we're going to, you know, listen, as we grow, we're going to be bringing on a lot more people. You know, I mean, in my previous company, we went from 3 to 480 people, right? So you got to make sure that you're bringing in the right people, all connected powerfully to the mission and all understanding the role that they play to what? To supporting you and your business. So you have my commitment to continue to strive to develop that incredible team so they can best support you. You have my commitment to share all the lessons that I've learned over the many years to help you and your team grow in leadership and in success. And here's the big one. You have my commitment to help CTFO grow into a $1 billion worldwide company that's going to so powerfully change the lives of millions of people over the upcoming years. That's my commitment to each of you. That's why I'm here. As Stu said, I'm not here to just kind of keep things, you know, rolling along as they are. We're all here together because we have an amazing vision for where this company can be. We are perfectly positioned at this moment. So now, guess what? It's all up to us. It's all up to us to take CTFO and take it from the best kept secret to the best company in the industry. I just want to let you know how honored I am to be with you tonight and how grateful I am to be part of this team. Stu, it's back to you, my friend.
Man, oh, Kevin, thank you so much. Everybody, as you can see, I don't have to say too much after that. You get it. You understand why we're so excited.
Hold on, let me clap a little bit, Stu. That
Yeah,
one.
I know, right? We should all be clapping
I'm
right now, right?
ovation here.
Yeah. I got it, David. Listen to this. I got to tell you something funny that happened. Kevin, thank you so much. And folks, I got to spend most of the day with that today. So you can imagine how excited and pumped we all are right now, right? And Michael Sling, I'm going to say it again. Thank you so much for introducing us. But listen to this real quick. And everybody, we know this went long tonight. We're going to wrap this up. Just give me another minute or so, right? I just want you to know that when Kevin first started talking, one of our employees texted me something. And this employee has also been a good friend of mine for 30 years, okay? But the funny part about it is, and if you notice, if you look at Kevin's background, he's in a hotel right now. So he's here, but he's in a hotel. Steve and I are leaving California first thing in the morning. We got all kinds of stuff going on. He's here to meet with a bunch of the employees and stuff. And here's the funny part about it. One of the employees that he has not met with yet, this is what she just texted me. She said, his smile is infectious. He seems like a really cool guy. No wonder you two get along. You're both the same, smiley face. So first things first, Kevin, she gets a raise. Wouldn't you
There you
agree?
go, right?
No, but all kidding aside, everybody, I mean, that's what it is. You know, she sent me that text just minutes after he started talking, and he's her new boss, right? So the thing is, Kevin, we love you. We're excited you're here. We're excited that other people love you. And we're very thankful for everything you have been through in your life that has brought you to us for a time such as this, right? That's what it's about. Everybody, you should write this down. You should write this down, okay? This is obviously a man that recognizes opportunity. I know you can see that right now. I say that about David all the time. I say that about my brother all the time. I say that about Michael Sling. I say that about Michael Kahn. These are people that can recognize opportunity, right? Well, this is one of the things that Kevin said to me that sunk in like crazy. He said, I'm reading it right from my notes. Stu, I'm looking for a company the size of yours. I'm looking for a company the size of yours. What does that tell you? The best is yet to come. And he gets it and he sees it. You cannot not win if we win. And we cannot win without you, everybody, right? So this is about us all winning together. Hey, everyone, we appreciate all of you. David, thank you. Michael, thank you. Kevin, thank you. Steve, thank you so much. I love everybody. I'm so thankful that this is what I get to do for a living. And I'm even more thankful now that we've got people in every crucial area to oversee their part so that, you know, especially Steve and Michael and I can go get out there and do our part that we know is going to help you guys succeed even better than you thought you could. And I'm just super excited to be a part of that. So everyone, thank you so much. God bless everybody. Many more announcements coming soon. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.